Yeah, hello everybody, back from lunch. I hope you enjoyed your meal. Please give a warm welcome to Bob Huisman from Kopano. Come on guys, warm welcome. And have fun this afternoon.
Thank you. Thanks. So welcome everyone. I hope you had a good lunch. I want to start off with a question. Who here already knows Zarafa or Kopano? So many hands. So I realized this morning that I forgot to submit a summary of my talk. And it's so good to see many of you here. But this is exactly why I didn't have to deliver a summary, because you already know Kopano, right? Today I want to talk about a challenge, and it's actually something that that already came up multiple times during conversations I had today and other talks. And it's a challenge that many organizations are facing today. And it's how to keep up with the trends, how to use all the modern technologies that are available while making sure you can also keep control of your data, and making sure you can keep an eye on the knowledge that you have created as a company, because your data is your knowledge. And this is something that many organizations are facing as a problem today. And yeah, this is caused by like a cloud war that's going on today. So many software companies, big ones that we all know, they have converted themselves into cloud giants, and they are essentially competing for your data. So they're trying to get you to give your data to them by offering features, great integrations, and it's all at a seemingly low cost. But in the end, it is your data that you have to put in the cloud. So it's not strange that many organizations are looking for alternatives here. And there are many alternatives to cloud solutions available. So there are self-hosted products. I don't know if you have searched recently for something like self-hosted document management. You get somewhere around 90 million hits. So it's not that there are no alternatives available to the cloud, but yeah, so I wonder why many organizations are actually going to the public cloud, or are considering to go to the public cloud. Finally, we see that it all boils down to three main points. So they're looking for ease of use. Well, we can see that that there's definitely, it's easy to get started. Integrations and customizations, while on one hand they are common to be very tricky to get going. Integration and customization, if you can offer a full stack of product, then yeah, there's no additional integration needed. And they want to be able to pick up the phone and call someone, call one phone number. If something is not working, if your tooling or your integration is not working, you need to be able to call someone. So we need a product, self-hosted enterprise collaboration, which offers ease of use and the integration options, and also allows you to give someone a call if it's not working. And this is essentially what Kopano is. So we are going to provide, we're providing the next generation software tools for collaboration, with a strong focus on data ownership. So in the beginning I asked who of you know Zarafa and who of you know Kopano. Now I want to see hands for those of you that already know Kopano, but know what the difference is between Zarafa and Kopano. Yeah, you know it, Jörg. Very good. So Zarafa really had a strong focus on groupware. So we wanted to provide, as Zarafa, we wanted to provide an alternative to Exchange, for instance. And Kopano is more than that. Kopano is about the enterprise collaboration market. So it's more than just groupware alone. In our conference last year, we introduced three main parts of our Kopano enterprise collaboration stack. So you know us from the groupware part, so you see it on the right side. Groupware is about Outlook-like functionality, you know, calendars, email, contacts, synchronization with your mobile device. Document collaboration is an important part of that as well. So sharing and synchronizing your data, working together with people in your company and beyond your organization's borders. And a very important one is also real-time communication. And real-time communication for us is messaging, so chat or chat ops. We work with Mattermost, for instance. I don't know, I've seen many Slack users today. Are there also Mattermost users in the audience? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, a few, nice. And web meetings. So real-time communication is, on one hand, chat and working together in written form, but also video meetings. So as I said, we come from the groupware world, and our main client is a web-based, feature-rich mail client. So it has a strong resemblance to Outlook. It's basically an office that you can take with you. So everything is in one hand. Email, calendar, contacts, and it has the features that you need to be able to work together. So it's not just about your data, it's about working together in your company. Working with shared mailboxes, in public folders, delegation options, self-organization and organization in your company. Calendaring, so I would say that the Kopano web app has one of the most advanced web-based calendars that you can find. Shared calendars, calendars with overlays, support for meeting requests with free busy information, so you can actually know upfront if someone is available or not. And support for resources, so if you want to book a meeting room or a beamer or something, that's the sort of stuff that you will find built in to our server component as well as our clients. Of course, having a web-based client is not just, is in many cases not enough. So you want to integrate with the devices that you use every day. We have Desk App, which is a window to web app, integrating with your desktop, being able to send a file as an attachment without having to go through an upload process, sending a file from an application you're currently working in, all at the click of a button. And with our ZPush project, which is an open source ActiveSync implementation, we also synchronize mail, calendar, and contact data to any device that supports it. So that means, for instance, your iPhone or your Android phone, and even to your Windows desktop if you want. So in a nutshell, that's the groupware part, but web app has always been our breeding ground for new integrations. And this is also where the combination with ownCloud comes from, for instance. So we have a Kopano Files product, which is an integration with web app. It provides a view to your existing storage. So that means that you can, without having to switch to another application, get an overview of the data of your files that are in your ownCloud share. You can preview or directly store attachments that you get in an email, or create an email with an attachment from your storage without having to download it first and again go through this upload process. If your storage supports it, for instance with ownCloud, you can also share files and folders directly from within the application without having to switch to a different view. Another example is web meetings. So web meetings is a WebRTC-based video conferencing tool. It provides very high quality audio and video conferencing. You can share your screen, you can share applications, you can share presentations, you can work together. It's like a peer-to-peer video conferencing tool that's built into your web app and built into your calendar. So you can upfront organize a meeting, including such a web meetings link. And it's an easy to use interface. And it was definitely one of the new technologies that we've experimented with, which was very important for our future plans. And this is to provide our own enterprise collaboration software suite, self-hosted, in the private cloud. You can put it wherever you want, but it's about enterprise collaboration. And I will show you a little bit about what we're actually building right now, what our future plans are. But we started off with defining our own rules, our own important points, what these applications need to follow. So it must be part of something that can be integrated, very easily integrated, and we must also integrate with other applications. So we don't want to build everything ourselves. So we're not here to compete with a file sync and share solution such as ownCloud, but we're here to integrate with the products that you want to use and the best products that are available. We're basing it on state-of-the-art technology. So we've chosen React and Material UI. We will be providing progressive web apps, which means you can sort of install an app without going to the App Store, install it on your mobile device. We were very happy that Apple at some point announced that they were also going to support it. Of course, support is a big word right now, but yeah. So we're going there. There's going to be support for progressive web apps. And we are building with a mobile-first approach. So we want to make sure that the new applications that we're building are working on all the screen sizes, web, tablet, and mobile. Integration, very important. Integration means we also want to introduce a REST API. So in the past, there have already been a lot of possibilities to integrate with Kopano. The REST interface that will be released quite soon, actually, provides access to your groupware data. It will in the future also provide access to other types of data that come from applications that we integrate with. And security is also very important, and we've looked at all the different standards that are available. How can we ensure all these integrations are working securely? Think of avoiding the sharing of passwords, for instance. And we have chosen a standard, which is OpenID Connect. And the combination of these things, by the way, I'll dive a little bit deeper into OpenID Connect in a minute. The combination of these things makes it easily possible for us to integrate with other tools, and it makes it easy for other developers to integrate with what Kopano has to offer. So talking about OpenID Connect. So we've come up with a funny name, Connect. Connect with a K. And Connect is an OpenID provider, which basically allows you as a developer to offload all the authentication and user management to some other tool. So you don't have to focus on it. And in this case, it will be Connect. It's the OIDC standard, OpenID Connect, and it provides token-based identity and authorization. So you can use this in web-based applications, but also in apps and server-to-server communication. Essentially, it would add another button to the list, log in with Kopano. But the major difference here is that all these tools are cloud services, and you can have your Kopano Connect instance under your own control, and you get to decide what kind of data is available and can be shared with these applications. It provides a single sign-on functionality for other services and Kopano services. As a user, I only have to sign in once. I don't have to care about entering a username and a password again. It allows the service to retrieve the identity data that it needs. So if you need my name and my email address, then that's what you get, but you're not getting all the other data. So you're not getting access to my mailbox, to take an extreme example, if all you need to do is authenticate me. So that's the different levels of security. And the cool thing is it also supports the OAuth 2 standard. So that means that any application that supports OpenID Connect or OAuth 2 can use Connect for its authentication needs. Many of the tools that we use every day already support something like this, such as the Atlassian stack, for instance. Many of our software developers, they use that. So sign in with Connect, the click of a button, and if you're already signed into your mail account, well then, you don't have to do anything again. So while Connect is together with the REST API, the glue that brings it all together, we are also looking at new products, making our data available in new ways. We started building separate apps for separate functionalities. They are very tightly integrated and provide lots of integration options. But for instance, there will be a new mail app, there will be a new calendar app, there will be a new contacts app, which will be available for all sorts of devices. And again, the goal to have an easy-to-use interface. When we design something, we try to make it so easy that you don't need a manual to actually get started with the product. The example that you see here is, I'm not sure if our designer is really happy with it, but this is the mock-up from today of our new calendar app. This is the desktop version, but it can also be used as a component in another application. So that means that if you are building something that needs a calendar, why would you build it yourself? You can use the Kopano calendar app. You can put it in your application and you decide what it looks like. So there's a certain amount of space available. It has multiple screen sizes, so it will adapt. And all you need to do is integrate the component and make sure you can authenticate with OpenID Connect and Kopano Connect. In the real-time communication section of the Kopano stack, we're also getting our first app ready. And this is like a new version. So it's not like a next iteration, but it's like something that we built completely from the ground up. And it's called Kopano Meat. Kopano Meat is, again, a WebRTC-based video conferencing application, which will work on the web, as you've been used to if you ever used Kopano web meetings. But it will also work on mobile. So that means that even if you're using an Android device or an iPhone, you will also be able to join a Kopano Meat conference at the click of a link. So we'll just work with Safari on iOS, for instance. It's peer-to-peer, so secure, no eavesdropping. It supports up to a few participants, and it will actually be peer-to-peer. And if you want to have a larger audience in your meeting, you would use the conferencing mode, which would then require like a server-based forwarding unit. And this can also be integrated in other apps. So it can be in your calendar, again, to create a new meeting with a web-based meeting. It can also be integrated in your chat application. So we've built a plugin also to test the waters to integrate in our chat application, Mattermost in this case. Again, WebRTC based, VP9 codec, and the first release of Kopano Meat will be in Q4 of 2018. So that's actually very soon. We're wrapping up the last bits and pieces, packaging, etc. Coming soon. One very important is actually the document collaboration part of Kopano. We organized a design sprint recently to figure out new ways to collaborate with documents. So there are already many sync and share applications. They are available in use in many organizations. So why would we go for yet another one of those solutions? So what we want to add is some additional functionality to the user, which excites, which would enable them to cooperate in a different way. So we settled finally on a timeline, an activity stream, where when I'm working together with someone, I can actively approach another person to interact with me or do something that I want them to do. So instead of sending them a document and saying, hey, what do you think? I can create like a concrete task to approve something or have a look at a certain section of the document. All of these activities, they will show up on a timeline. They will show up on your activity stream, and you will be made aware of that there's something waiting for you. And then there are many different ways to actually collaborate, to work together on different tools. Of course, there are options to have some online collaboration. If I want to open a file, I could do so with LibreOffice Online or OnlyOffice. But in the end, it boils down to giving the choice to the admin and giving the choice to the user. So you get to choose what you want to use. Whenever I open a document, I would get a choice: download, edit online, or edit locally. And in the last case, that means that the file gets downloaded in the background, my favorite application opens. So let's say I'm editing an image, I would open Photoshop. And whenever the file is saved, it automatically gets synced back to the server and appears on the timeline of the person that I was collaborating with. So this is the result of our most recent design sprint. And we tested this with, well, actually real users. We got them to come to our office and we tested the product and they were quite excited. So this is what we're going for in the beginning with Kopano documents. And that should, in the end, complete the enterprise collaboration suite, real-time communication, document collaboration, and groupware. This is what we want to offer in the private cloud with great support. So we will focus on the integration so you can have a good enterprise collaboration experience. Thank you. Are there any questions? I learned this morning that it, especially the first question, takes some time. No one? Yeah?
So I think you already did some integration with OwnCloud APIs.
Yes.
Are you as an application who is then trying to show this in some different ways? Are you missing any APIs?
Well, we are currently using the, I think it's the ownCloud sharing API, which for what we've built right now in Kopano files, that actually works good enough. So we've worked with that for some time already. Future, I'm not sure. Nothing obvious missing right now, but Kopano documents is still really a new product for us. Anyone else? Then. Yes, exactly. Yeah, so the question is, if you want to integrate with ownCloud, you use Kopano, and do you then integrate with the sync and share? This is true. So we provide an additional view on the same data that you're already working with, but you can also use the ownCloud UI. So it's the same data. It's a different view to the same information. All right, then. Thank you very much for your attention. I'll be out here for a few more hours, so if you have any questions, you'll know where to find me.